Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites and hopefully add some awesome games to your backlog. Every time, that's what we try to do. And you know what? I'm going to get out there and make a pretty bold statement if you'll allow it. I think we do a pretty good job of it. Every time, most times. What do we want to go with here? Boost your damage shot frequency and walking speed for a brief time upon entering each stage. Yeah, let's do that. Fire sweat. So if you like rogues, I'm glad that you're out here with us. The more the merrier. I am back with the Crackpet show. This is a game that I have been enjoying so much, and I'm surprised that we've gotten through it so quickly. This is probably going to end up being among the first games I finish in 2023. But I have adored it. It has such charm to it. It does a great job of bringing me back to the days of Smash TV. Makes me think of the movie The Running Man. Have you seen The Running Man? I love The Running Man. I've heard the book is good as well. I'm more of a let's watch it type of person. So anyway, we're going to have a couple runs in the Crackpet show today. Hopefully they're going to go pretty swell, pretty swimmingly. And we're going to get into some fun topics per usual. What do we want to do here? Rapid fire. Ooh, 45%. I think we'll go with the 45% speed boost. That sounds quite nice. And that'll probably pay dividends as we find some new weapons out there. Let's try to angle towards that eventually. I like the perks as well. Okay, we're gonna so wait, so there's two if we go that way. Okay, and we can eventually go down that path as well. So just had to be sure. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we are going to talk about a new television show that you might have heard of. This is a show called The Last of Us on HBO Max. Now, if you haven't had a chance to take this in yet, I will never spoil anything. That's a forever promise for this channel. Although, I would make the argument that if you have played The Last of Us, lots of us have, well, you know, it follows the game pretty closely, so there may not be much to spoil for you, but we're going to talk a little bit about The Last of Us. I'll give you my reaction to it. I watched it with my wife. She is not a huge gamer, although she's been known to dabble in the dark arts of Dicey Dungeon, as well as Slay the Spire. All right, I think we're going to go up this way. Yes. Yep. Okay. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll have some coffee talk because, of course, we will. It's the Goat Force Gaming channel. We're gonna talk coffee for a moment. We always have to say cheers, right? Replaces your contact lenses with new ones. You can see better, have a better shooting range. Okay. You know, I think we're gonna go range, even though the Maniac would be active right now. Before we move on, I'm just going to make sure that there aren't any heart drops. Because, man, health is low right now. Okay. I'm hoping we don't have an early disaster here. We wouldn't want that. Okay. So we're going to go up this way, grab another perk. Yeah. Good deal. So we're going to talk about my multi-layer heating system in bed that I've tried to develop. I know it sounds strange, and quite honestly, it is strange. But maybe some of you can help me out with this. I've been waking up at odd times in the evening when healing grants a chance that an additional healing heart may drop, or piercing. I think we're going to go piercing. I try to stay away from the healing type perks for the most part. Because I know that at some point we will find health, and the situation will be fine. So I like to stay towards the attack type perks that help us with the arena clearing process. Oh boy, okay. That's a lot of red laser sights. Oh, I didn't expect another round. But we will grab this heart. Perfect. Okay, that didn't go too badly. And now we get 2 gun choices. Level 3 machine gun or the egg launcher. I think we will have a business case for this. And I could see taking this too. Yeah, let's do both of them. We'll give the machine gun a go first here. And I think we're going to angle toward the right in a moment so that we can grab both of those perks instead of just the one. Okay. But before we get into those topics, let's talk about the business of the business of the... I'm not really doing business out here. This is just for fun. Hey, if you're new here, thanks for being here with us. If you are not new here, thanks for being here with us. The support on this channel lately has just been phenomenal. And we have even gotten to the point where we're able to do weekly giveaways for the entire year of 2023. And I hope going forward, in perpetuity. Let's use that word. How about that? Let's do an easier enemy stage first, and then we'll angle up from there. I think that makes sense. But if you are new here, we'd love to earn the right to your subscription so that you're not new here anymore. Just know, though, and I just had another meeting with the group of GOAT attorneys the other day. You should have seen it, These guys get all dressed up in fancy suit and tie. You can imagine the difficulty of getting the hooves, and they have differently shaped legs, and these are not custom made. I mean, these are human suits that a team of GOAT lawyers are putting on. My team of GOAT attorneys. So I always appreciate the effort that they put in for all of us, really. But we talked about the disclaimer that's important to put out there. If you do subscribe, a couple things are going to happen. We are going to weigh you down. You're going to see good games. You're going to add them to your wish list, and it's it's going to get to the point where you might have a tough time walking. You might have a hard time getting up in the morning. You know, you might be out there saying, "Ma, I can't walk," you know, something like that. Maybe you won't say that, but maybe something similar. But here's the thing. So we're going to make you wrong in the beginning, but then we're going to make you right. Here's how we're going to do that. We're not going to put a paper bag over your head. That's just in the game. But we are going to take that because that is a pretty good capability. And we're actually going to use that right off the bat. So here's what we're going to do to make you right. All that money that's also weighing you down. I guess I didn't need to use that perk, given that this was a freebie stage. I won't complain. All right, what do we got here? Critical power increases the damage multiplier for a critical hit. Oh, that would be pretty good. I like Stone Skin, though, too. I feel like we need that more right now, so we're going to do that. We're going to take all that money weighing you down, and we're going to make sure that you get lightened up because you're going to give it to Steam or Epic or, you know, wherever you're buying your games out there. Right? So it's momentary discomfort, but it's all worth it in the end. Okay. And I believe we just lost our game music. Hey, it's a great game. It's got its bugs though, here and there. You know, it is what it is though. We'll see. Maybe the game music will come back. If not though, you're stuck with me. It's not the worst thing that ever happened though. That's okay. All right, let's angle towards this perk. Okay. Oh, I like the indecisive gun. We probably will grab that indecisive gun in a moment. Let's grab that heart. Fantastic. Okay, let's grab that heart too. And we're going to go ahead and take the indecisive gun. It's a little slow, because of course it is compared to the machine gun. I am leaning towards this. Yeah, let's go with that. That's not bad. Hedgehog gang. Let's get after it. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we're going to put the paper bag on for sure this time. Hey, that wasn't so bad. All right. Oh, I love Manifesto. Yeah, we got to do it. We got to do Manifesto. Crazy shotgun. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Let's do it. So, I took in The Last of Us the other night, and I have to tell you that I've already decided that The Last of Us might end up being the best television show I see all year. To say that I was blown away by it would be a massive understatement. I want you to know that I would change nothing about it. Nothing. We're going to get some fans out here to help us out. Okay. We didn't need them that much. We'll bring him in earlier next time. So what do we want to do here now? Bullets deal area damage. That might be nice to have. Okay. We're going to go with the area damage. We need to go with some hearts. That's what we need. I wonder if there's a healing opportunity up there. Nope. Nope. But if we get to a shop, we'll be able to heal that way too. So I would change nothing about this. And again, no worry on the spoilers. There will be nothing like that being discussed. I have played both games, so I went into this kind of knowing what we were going to get and, having my own hopes for what this might amount to. So I wanted to say a few things. The show is difficult to watch, okay? At least I found it difficult to watch. If you can recall how that game opens up, they completely nailed the terrifying experience of it all. Just completely and utterly, I found myself getting emotional. And because I knew what was going on, what was to come, let's say, there was a certain buildup that was difficult. I almost found myself feeling anxious because I knew. And they did just a fantastic job of character establishment and telling through showing rather than telling. If that makes sense to you. So, just a fantastic, gut-wrenching opening 20 minutes, let's say. And when I say it's visceral, I felt all of it. It was that type of experience for me. No hearts. Wow. Okay. All right. No hearts. I think that a lot of this has to do with the acting. Everybody that's part of this show seems to be just absolutely tremendous at what they do. And I have to say specifically that Pedro Pascal, who I've seen in other films and thought he was fine. In fact, I think he's a good actor. Now, I'll watch this guy in whatever he does going forward. Just blown away, pleasantly blown away by his presence on the screen and his capability to show emotion and make you feel what he's feeling. It's just incredible. Just incredible. Let's go ahead and store the shotgun, which has been quite helpful this run. We'll grab it next time so that we're not starting from zero. Still have 7 uses of our special ability here, which is great. We're going to angle towards that final perk. And we'll hope for the best, right? So I'm going to continue with my thoughts on the show, and then I'll tell you about my wife's feelings on it, given that she didn't play the game and, doesn't play a lot of AAA games. Bella Ramsey is just another phenomenal choice. I loved her in Game of Thrones. Many people loved her in Game of Thrones, and she also just has a very powerful, believable presence on the screen. And so I really like her as Ellie. And then Anna Torv showed up, and I didn't even realize that it was her. Oh, we got a little bit of a toasty there. I still wonder about that toasty action. Matty KO was writing in the other day. He said, hey, if that toasty pops up, you got to press all the buttons. I think he's trying to get me to blue screen the computer. You know that Matty KO. You know how he can be. That's okay. We like Matty KO. So, Bella Ramsey, Anna Torv of Fringe, if you're familiar with Fringe. And we're going to leave that. We're going to stick with what we got. We're going to leave the rainbow blasty in there. I watched Fringe years and years ago. Fringe is it's a wonderful show. Some really great sci-fi. If you're looking for something good, Fringe is tremendous. But I loved her in Fringe, and then here she shows up in this, and I'm like, man, can this get any better? Can you tell I like the show? I like the show. You need to see the show. If you have any interest whatsoever, even minute, you need to check the show out. It's very, very good. So those are my thoughts after the first episode. And I usually don't get like really, gotta see the next episode. I can't wait. Oh my God, it's so many days away. This show is doing that to me, and I didn't anticipate it, but I really like what's on offer, and it's like appointment television for me, and that really doesn't happen very often. Hey, damage boost. Okay, is that what that said? Nice. Okay, let's go to the shop. We'll see what we got here. We got any perks? Got any perks for us? Surprise item. No, I like our item. How about some perks? You got any of those perks? No perks. All right. Well, I think we can trade this thing in. We'll stick with this guy, and we're going to bring our fans out there to help us apparently beat the shit out of Cockroach the Builder. Cockroach the Builder. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, do we need to do something with these? Do we need to charge these up? I bet we do. All right. All right, let's try and charge these up, apparently. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, cockroach. All right, let's do this last one. There's a heart, too. All right, so that's all of them, right? No, it's not. There's two up here. Okay. Let's bring some friends out again. All right, we got one more. All right, fry them. Yes. Okay, so that's awesome. It took down a ton of life. I don't know that we'll need to do it again, but we're going to try, damn it, because that was cool. All right, just stand close enough to it to not get shot. and activate it. How are we doing life-wise? Okay. Let's get our buddies out there. See if we can find a heart drop, too. That'd be good. Okay. Cockroach the Builder. I think we could take him down just naturally here. Ooh, nice. Heart. Beautiful. Okay, Cockroach. Thanks so much. It was fun. Cockroach looks like a disemboweled thumb at this point. Okay. Is that the final episode? Isn't that crazy? I've really enjoyed this game. All right, let's talk to Spacefish real quick. See what we can see here. I suppose we'll put the points in there. We'll go Sniper. Let's go with that, and we'll put it in the Stone Skin Aura. Okay. We're maxed out on the meta progression side, which is crazy. I wish there was a way to use some of those leftover trophies. Let's give it a whirl. I guarantee nothing. Plot twist. All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Okay, how about some good perks to start? Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Damn, they're all good. Okay, we'll probably do Split Bullet. So that's really great to get a lot of ammo on the screen going. There we go. Yep, that's going to play real well with the crazy shotgun. Yep, okay. Oh, it's a boss rush. Or mini boss. Oh, do you got to play all of them? Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. Holy moly. Okay. Well, hey folks. We'll give it the best try we can. I don't blame them for wanting to throw everything at us. This, after all, this is their last chance to do that. I always enjoyed the final stages in the Mega Man games, you know, the Wily stage where they're like, hey, now you got to play all the guys over again. But we're going to give you all the toys, you know, that maybe you didn't have when you were going up against them the first time. And then you know, by that time, you know all their weaknesses. And is this the Gerf Nun? It is. Let's see what the Gerf Nun looks like. You know, probably not something we're going to roll with. So let's see what we got. Junk Princess. Okay. Probably going to use some abilities during these fights to increase our chances here. Oh boy. See, this is good training for when I get back to Tiny Rogues, which we'll be playing some of. I still need to find the Goat Force themed power-up that the dev of Tiny Rogues placed into the game. Let's use that shield again here. We need to get back to shooting this boss. His henchmen are taking away from me being able to target him. Alright, let's try the Gerf Nun. We need more power. Man. This is going to be one of those final episodes where you're hoping for some excellent starting perks / weapons. Because this is a tough start, you know, just launching right into these bosses like this. Okay. Yeah, he just keeps pooping these guys out, doesn't he? Come on. Just kind of want to hammer on him while we got that active. There we go. Okay, Devil's Arsonist creates a special symbol that ignites your enemies. Also, you can use it for barbecuing. Well, I like a good barbecue. Let's do that. Strikes an enemy and stuns them. The effect jumps to nearby enemies. Boy, that could be even better. 90 damage. What does the other one do? 20 damage per tick. Yeah, we'll stick with Zeus, I think, on this one. Okay. Well, tough start, you know? But I think the healing will at least help momentarily. So my wife really enjoyed the show as well, but she felt that it had a slower start, which I can appreciate. You know, they were definitely doing some character development, which takes time. I will tell you, though, that I did not find the show slow. Cheers to you, by the way. I've got that Sumatra going. It is tremendous. Splash of oat milk. Hope you've got something good if you've got a warm or cold drink going. All right, oh goodness, I remember this guy. Okay. And he is leaving little electrical shooters all over the field as well. Perfect. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I think the reason that I did not find it slow was because I knew what was coming, and I found myself, like, preparing for it. Let's try that episode one more time. I found myself actively preparing for it. You know, they were already doing such a good job of everything that I probably thought to myself, my goodness, this is going to be difficult to take in, because if they're nailing this part, chances are they're going to nail the rest of it, which they quite did. So I did not find in the least that things were slow to start. All right, what do we want to do here? Knockback, force plus 30, stone skin aura. We might go with that. Yeah, I think we're going to take that one. Some extra defense coming in here will be welcomed, I think. Oh, okay. Well, so, you know, we start with a perk as well. Looks like we've got some kind of double shot perk happening. That's due to the meta progression. So who knows? Maybe we'll survive a little bit longer this time. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Okay. My goodness. Look out for those shots. So the moral to the whole long story is that I think you should watch The Last of Us. And judging by some of the higher level reviews where they are reviewing the entire season, I have no doubt that stun could be really good. I wonder if it affects bosses. One way to find out, right? Can we stun a boss? We're going to find out. Sometimes you F around and find out. That's going to be this situation. Yeah. Take a look at the show. But what I was going to say is I have no doubt that they will likely do another season. If that was ever a thought that they had, I'm sure that that will happen. And I will be equally enthusiastic, I'm sure, about that. All right, putting that item on. Momentary shield. Very momentary, wow. Okay. The stun is coming in handy, I think. We need to get back next to the boss and put that item on and then start blasting. Because it is really hard to get close to him. Okay. Come on. Oh, don't run out. Don't run out. There we go. Oh, hey. Okay. I just popped an achievement. I know you can't see it, but it says, you know you can switch weapons, right? Yeah, I know. I know. We don't have another weapon, though. That's the thing. Let's go ahead and use that. And we'll take the shockwave generator. Why not? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, maybe we'll do a shockwave generator run. I haven't spent much time with this weapon. Okay. Let's see how it is. Pushing guys away, doing some damage to guys. Yeah, I don't mind that. I wonder if this nullifies bullets too. Well, I guess that answers that. Okay. You know what? I think I like the shockwave generator. Let's see. Can we make it any better? Chain attack. I don't know how this would chain. But I'm intrigued. Who knows? Maybe there's a way to make it chain. I suppose we'll find out, right? Do you chain? We'll find out. Okay. All right, Lionel. Let's see what you got for us. Oh, that's right. He throws down the zappers. Oh, okay. This looks pretty good. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna follow it this time rather than trying to roll through it. I don't think that was working too well for us. No, really for me. All right, all right, all right. Oh, it gets fast, doesn't it? Yep. That's okay. We got the medikit. Oh, perfect. Just spit out another medikit. And we will take the bowling gun. Gladly. Oh, it really slows us down, doesn't it? Wow. Okay. Let's use our medikit, and then we'll grab the medikit. And, man, I can't see moving that slowly. We'll hold on to it. Maybe just as a gun to sell. Probably do this because it'll heal us and grant us a shield at the end. Okay, so does it look like it's chaining? Hard to tell. I know it doesn't really like blowing up barrels for some reason. Okay, I think we're ready. Moving on, Mole and Hamster. This is a good gun for the multi-boss encounters. So it reaches out pretty far. All right, I'm actually gonna try the bowling gun for a moment. It does a great amount of damage. We're gonna roll with that for a minute. That's even better when it crits. Wow. Where are you, buddy? Wow. Okay, maybe we're gonna stick with the bowling gun. I don't know. Terminator. Makes you immortal and speeds up all your attacks, but you can't move. Oh, man. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Terminator. Because that's going to be helpful for the boss, I think. Especially if we're rocking with the bowling gun. That's a good choice, right? I think it's a good choice. So, we talked a little bit about my sleep issues. I've been waking up at weird hours of the night, like 3, 4 in the morning. You know, we've got the heat set up to go on. If it drops really low, but I don't think it's the heat coming on. I think it's just the bed itself is a little bit too warm at some point, you know, and my body's like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? So I wake up and, you know, it's hard to get back to sleep. So I scienced the shit out of this, and I developed a well, it's kind of a multi-layer system where, you know, part of where I lay down is covered by one blanket, and then another part is covered by 2 blankets, and then another part. It's like 3 different zones of blanketing, you know, and I think it works. I mean, my wife gives me a lot of shit about it because, oh, look at this. Okay, so we're going to put Terminator on, and we're going to town. Come on, Terminator. Look at that. Terminator for the win. Okay, that was great. Oh, and it popped the machine gun. Okay, we should not take the machine gun. I thought about it for a moment. But I think the current setup is pretty good. So we're going to stick with that. Let's grab this perk. Hopefully it's something good. And we're going to go with the Terminator strategy as long as that's possible. Okay. Oh, grab the heart. Oh, these wheelie snails are a menace. Yeah, so you know, I've got blankets like everywhere, you know, and my wife can't make sense of it, but I don't know, you know, this is gonna sound really bougie. I don't have one of these things. Okay, so let me say that first. I do not have one of these things, but I am aware of a product that's like a fan. It almost looks like a you know, one of those really strong fans you set up in your basement if it floods. You know, it's got that shape, and it sits on the edge the end of your bed. Or we're going Terminator strategy here. All right, start terminating. Start terminating immediately. Oh my goodness. It's the cheesiest cheese in town, and I love it. Okay, so what do we got here? Helotron. But we'd lose our Terminator-atron. No, we need to stick with what we're doing here. This is a golden strategy. Okay. I don't see us taking a new weapon, but we could certainly see what's on offer, right? So this thing sits on the end of the bed and, blows cool air. I suppose how often you'd like. Now, I don't even know if this thing still exists. I saw it years ago, and I thought, well, that's stupid, But now I'm at a point where I'm going, hey, maybe there's something to that, I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Monitor the, well, maybe not monitor. Regulate. That's the word I was looking for. That's the money. What do you do to regulate the temperature? It's hard. All right, so we got a Doom gun here. It's 192 a hit. But the reload is it's bad. So we're gonna stick with what we got here, I think. Sludge swine. We're doing okay. We're doing better than I expected. How about that? I'll take that. All right, Sludge, we're gonna introduce you to the Terminator method. Oh my goodness. Sludge is not loving it. Okay. All right. That was tremendous. I wish we would have gotten that heart. That's okay though. You guys want to drop any hearts? No? Okay. Just checking. We're gonna go with the perk. All right. I think the toxic is helping our cause quite a bit. Especially with the snails that like to hide behind their tires. Those jerks. All right. This is going to make us crap whenever we get hit. This is going to make us a little faster. This is like a best of the worst. I guess we'll go with that. Nobody ever seems to step on the poop mine when we drop it out there. So I like the Terminator. We can't dump that right now, but I will put the bowling gun on so that we are all set for Mr. Horse. All right, rock DJ. Ready for this? I don't think he's ready. Oh, goodness. Okay, it's wearing off. Oh, boy. Oh, we've got to wait for it to recharge. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, that's going to be a tough one, folks, I think. Especially with that entire tree opened up and most of the items and weapons upgraded. That is going to be a tough episode. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. Probably play some new games as well. I've got some other ones that I want to throw into the mix. Some recommendations, some games that people have talked about. Just all kinds of cool titles dropping. So look forward to that. And I'll tell you what, we'll see you next time out on the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we will play a roguelike or a roguelite, because that's what we do every time. And for 2023, and I'm hoping forever, we will be giving away one game a week. Most of the time, all you have to do is be subscribed and comment, and then I pick somebody to be a winner. And it's because of you and your support that I'm able to do this. So I can't thank you enough for hanging out. And like I say, we will see you next time. Take care.